guys, welcome to my channel with another video. So today we will discuss file handling. Okay, so we have file handling videos before. We have done file handling videos before, but we have done normal text file handling, and we have done CSV module. CSV module that we did, it has a function called read, and it also has a function which is called dict reader. Right, so it has a reader function and it has a dict reader function. Reader function returns a list and dict reader returns a dictionary. As we all know that dictionary is different than your list. List is something like this. We have a list of values. That's what we can say my name and okay, this will be something like this, and if we have to store it in a dictionary, it would be something like this. We will say the name of the dictionary, and it's always written in curly brackets, and dictionary has key value pairs, right? So we have a key that's written inside single speech marks. Let's say I would say this is my first name, and then I will write after the colon the value, and the value is again a string. If it's not a string, it's an integer, you can write it without speech mark as well. You can use either single speech mark or double, that's your choice. So now I would say let's call this list actually to make it more sense, right? So this was the first key value pair. The second key value pair can be, let's say, last name, and as I said, the key would be written always in your speech marks, then the colon, and then we can write the value, and the value again is a string, so we have to write it inside the speech marks. So that's the value. Now let's see how we can access it. List sometimes is much easier. Dictionary is much easier to handle because we don't have to worry about the index. We can just use the key to print any value. Let's see how. If I have to print this surname from this list, what I will do, I will say print, and I would say the name of the list, and in square bracket I will write the index, which is 1. I will print it and it will print the surname. But if I have to print the surname from my dictionary, I will write the name of the dictionary, which is dict, and then in square bracket, all I would be doing, I would be writing the key name, and the key name was last name, right? Okay, if you run it, you see it will also return the same result. If you change the key from last name to first name, okay, so you will see I will get the first name, and if I change index here, that would be the same output, right? So the way the dictionary makes difference is when we are reading a CSV file and we have different columns. If we have different columns, you will see that it will be much difficult to read using a reader. If you're using dictionary, it's much easier. It returns actually it returns the dictionary. We can actually refer to the values in different columns using using the keys actually, right? Okay, so let's start. Okay, I think the video will be slightly longer, sorry about that in advance. So here we go. So now we have these two lists. What we want, okay, we want to create a file first, okay, and before we do anything, what we can do, we can import a module, and the module name is CSV module, because this CSV module has a function called dict reader, right? So what we will do, we will use with open, or you can simply use open as well, and we can say with open, and inside the bracket you can write the name of the file. You can say that first.csv. So we know that after these speech marks we can write the mode, and the mode is W because the file doesn't exist. So what we will do, well, this code will do, it will create a file, CSV file, and the name would be first right? So, and we can say as f or as file, whatever you like, and then we can say f dot and sorry, CSV, using CSV modules, we can use CSV dot dict reader. So this dict D is capital, readers R is capital, and then in brackets you will provide the parameter, and that is the name of the file, which is this. If you're writing, if you're saying as f, you will write f here. If you will write here as file, so you will write file here. So it's entirely up to you. Whatever the variable name you're using here, you have to pass that variable name here as well, because that's the reference of the file that you want to read, right? Okay, so now we have read it, and we can store its content, or we can call it read, or we can call it data. It's entirely up to you. The variable name choice is your choice. So what we have read the data from that file, which doesn't exist actually so far, right? So first of all, we're slightly wrong here. So what we have to do, we have to write first actually, right? So what we have to do is dot writer is a function that we will use, right? So we will use the string writer function, okay, and we can name it right. That makes more sense, right? And writer, whatever you like, and then we can say write dot write row, right? And whatever value you want to write. For example, if we want to write the list, we have a list here actually that we can write. So let's see, if we say list, what happens? So when we, after writing, so we want to close that file, so we can say f, which is again the name that we used here, after that as keyword dot close, to close the file. And let's see what happened. You didn't see any results. Why? Because the file has been created. The file has, if you go to your working directory, you will find it over there, right? If you go to working directory, we can read. We don't need to go to the working directory. By the way, if you want to find the working directory, all you need to do is just type in pwd here, print working directory, and it will print the working directory. This is my directory. You will have similar sort of directory where this file will by default saved, right? So we have right into the file. Now what we can do, we can read from the file. Same line again, the first line of with, and then but this time we are opening it in a different mode. We're saying open it in read mode, right? Okay, so what we can do right now, I think the video will be too long. I can explain the dict reader in next video. Right now, what we can do, we can read the file using your reader function, and then store it in a dictionary, right? We can declare, we can have an empty dictionary, okay, here. And what we can say read data equals CSV module dot reader, okay, and we will provide the name of the file that we want to read. And now what you can do, you can use the for loop to read that file. So you can say for data in data, and you can say print data, okay. So be assured, so you didn't get any results. Let's see why you didn't get any results. So you're reading the file, it's the same file, you're reading in this mode, okay, and yeah, you did get the result actually. There you go, that's your result. Print data, it printed the dictionary, right? Previously you didn't get any result, but now you are getting the results, right? You can print them individually as well. As you know, this is a list. So what you can do, you can say I'm just interested in the first name, so you will write 0 and you just print that, right? Okay, so if you are interested in to see why it's returning it's returning a value, this function has another parameter. That parameter is basically new line. So what you have to do, you will say new line equal, by default the value that it has is \n, right? Okay, which means next line. So what happens after adding each row, it adds an empty line as well. And because of that, sometimes you can have this list index out of bound error as well. Because if you have a file, okay, and let's check it actually. Let's go to my working directory, and I'm looking for, sorry, I've got too much data here, too many files here. So that's why I was slightly hesitant to open the file, because it's quite hard to find the file. And let me show you what I'm saying. Okay, so new, I'm looking for first actually. So see, it's very hard to find the file. Okay, so right. No, couldn't find it. Very hard to find the file. Select it. I can go to my directory, right? But I think what we should do, we should stick to here, so the video will be slightly longer. So see, that's what we are doing. So what we need to do, what I'm saying is, so you need to change, actually it's better to show you how it works. So let's go there. Let's go to the directory that I have. It's in C, it's inside users, and inside users of this folder, and the name of the file is first. Okay, here it is. So see, that's the file that we just created, and you will open it. You won't find it now, but let's add one more row. So see, at the moment the file is open, right? Let's close it first. Let's run this code again. Let's write one more row, right? So we now writing two rows. Let's write another one. Let's run it again. It is printing this usher, right? So see, but if you go to your file, let me show you what I was saying. Open it. Okay, so they are right next to each other. Okay, so here we go. Right, \n. If you change, okay, so \n, either is this one or this one. No, we were right. So yeah, here we go. Run it, and we have it. So what I was trying to say, it didn't have any actually. Sometimes what it does, it enters an empty line as well in between the two lines. So we have to use new line, and we have to say here new line equals and empty string, nothing else, right? It's better to use it. Okay, so what we can do now, so we have read the file. What we can do now, we can convert this to a dictionary, right? How we can convert it into a dictionary? We can, when we are reading it, we can simply say I want to write it to a new file. Okay, I think the video will be too long. We will stop here, and let's discuss it. So what we can say d equals, and here it is. Let's give it the name. We said all the keys are written in speech marks, so we'll say first name, right? And the value that we have is data and 0. Okay, so now what we can do, the second value that we have, let's store it in another variable. Let's call it last name, and the value would be data and 1. Okay, so now what will happen? So once this loop will finishes, what you can do, you can check the result by printing it. Let's see. So you have a dictionary of two names, right? First name and the last name. Okay, so that's how you can create list, dictionary as well from the given list. And you know that it's much easier to print a value using the dictionary, because we don't have to remember the indexes. All we will be saying first name, and it will print the first name. We will go through the dictreader function in next video, so please do subscribe my channel. That will motivate me, and see you next time.